Good morning. This is Nita with the Timepiece Garden. Chickens are over there. They're trying to follow me down the road. You know, the chicken crossed the road to follow her mama. The panda is running around here. There's already been at least 2 critters out. Kitty, I'm not sure. Kitty was following. He's doing some exploring thing. You know, as he gets comfortable, there's Miss Panda Bear coming down the road with the chickens. Huh, there's the Miss Panda Bears. The supervisors, huh? Anyway, Kitty is there. Kitty is all the way down. She's at the bottom of the Jeep. Kitty is exploring and getting a little more comfortable with all of this is mine. So, you know, if Kitty comes, Kitty's about the compost pile now. Hi, Kitty! Because he's walked there before with us. Anyway, as he gets comfortable, he'll follow me everywhere. It's just how that one goes. So, what I did is I came out looking. Well, I came out to do some other stuff in the workshop, but I am taking a look at my road patch because we had all that heavy rain. You know, and I want to make sure that it didn't wash away or didn't kind of slough off into the soft spot. Overall, it looks like it held up well. Kind of. It starts right about here, it follows there, and then it goes along there. You know, and then it goes along up over there. There's a mole making the rounds in the new soil. Just by how it's pushed it up, you know? So, that's interesting. But it is what it is. Otherwise, it's, you know, it held up well. Nothing blew away. All the pieces of wiring, etc. They're awesome. And yes, my brain hurts. My black walnut is starting to drop nuts if you've never seen one. That's a black walnut husk. There's several of them down over there. Yeah. It's just how it is. Anyway, let me go on and get to work. Just thought I'd tell you good morning. Everybody's out here. I'll show you what I'm doing when I get there type thing. So both the supervisor and the supervisor in training have approved this process. What did I do? I made a little stand for the backup battery pack for the door. The solar panel has worked great. The battery that's supposed to hold the solar charge, for whatever reason, it doesn't work. And so I've been out here routinely. I'll come out and plug the battery pack in, turn it on, open the door, and then I do the same thing at night. You know, come in, plug it in, turn it on, close the door, turn it off, and then set the battery pack just kind of back over there. I'd like to see if it will work off the batteries and how long a battery will last. Does that make sense? If the batteries will last for a month, because all they're doing is running the little clock and then opening and closing the door, which they already do manually, I can leave the batteries in here and replace them as necessary. Yes, it's still not, it'll still be automatic. Does that make sense? But that way they can come out at 6:30 in the morning, even if I get out here late. It makes sense. They can come out of the house, because I don't keep food or water in there. Come out here and get a drink of water, get some food, because there's always some food left in the bins. So, anyway, we're going to see if this works. For a while I'm testing, I will still make sure that I come out here every morning, you know, and open the coop door, because they like to come out about in between 6:30 and 7. It's when they like to come out. They're ready to come out. And they put themselves away. By 8:30, they are in the coop. Earlier if it's storming, but 8:30 is the latest. So what that does is that allows them to put themselves away and me to close up the run or open the run. You know, if it's a stormy day, they can come out, they can get a drink, they can get some water and hang out under the tarp, or come out in the rain, and I don't have to come outside at 6:30 to let them out. So, trial and error. We'll see. If I got to go back to coming after twice a day, then I'll, you know, you figure I will for opening and closing the run. So we'll see. You know? Hey, kitty. Supervisor approved. Well, supervisor in training. We so cuties. We so cutie Blaze. All right, we'll talk to you later. All right, now that we got the battery pack hung, so I don't have to plug it in and unplug it and plug it in and unplug it 27 times a day, we're gonna come over here, gonna finish with the peppers. Get them harvested, pruned, and anything that's laying on the ground like that, or like these that are getting ready to lay on the ground, get them off the ground. Because that's why, you know, no funguses. It's not what we're looking for, and then prune them back. Chickens are over here to make sure I do what I need to do. You know, Panda and the kitty are off doing the wild things. I'm sure Panda is teaching Kitty, you know, all the good spots. So, having said that, let me get busy. And I will talk to you later. Supervisor's in here checking stuff out. I'm not sure where Kitty is. I'm assuming at the porch. Kitty Blaze, when he's decided he's had enough, he goes and he sits on the porch because he knows I'm coming back. That's where we go in the house. So what I do, picked a lot of peppers. These are jalapenos. These are the hot ones. Everything else in here is no spicier than, say, an Anaheim, which is not really spicy, but that's why they're all in here. And it allows me to tell the jalapenos from the nadapenos apart, which is a good thing. Otherwise, chickens are here. Just gave them some tomatoes. A couple of split it on the vine. They do that. We get a lot of rain. So they're out here going, "You gonna give us some more tomatoes?" No, you have plenty. But I wanted to do just a really quick update. I had a friend ask me how the pomegranate was doing. Again, this is a Russian pomegranate. It's supposed to go as northern as Ohio. So we'll see. I was born and raised in the desert state. I love me some pomegranate. And it will be awesome if I can get it to grow. Now, having said that, it is growing. This is first year. Didn't get any blooms. Don't expect any blooms. I'm not expecting blooms for 2 years, but all this up here at the end, that's all new growth. You can see the difference between the brown of the branches there and the very light tan colors here. Same thing there. Dark brown down there, and you get up there and it's almost pink. That makes sense? That's all new growth. So that one's got a lot of new growth on it. So I'm gonna tell you, it's taken the transplant. It likes its location. Now it gets a lot of direct sun. It gets morning sun, and it's never in the shade until that oak tree at like 4 o'clock in the afternoon finally gets down here. So it gets a lot of sun. And it's one of the reasons why I put it here, was sun. You know? So otherwise, so far so good. It's doing well. The marigolds like it. You know? So, again, we'll see. Most of it's going to be, will it survive this winter? Hope so. And we'll just kind of go from there. I hope so. I would love to be able to grow pomegranates here. Sorry, there's a dip in my walking path there. I don't recall feeling before. So the hummingbird just landed. Nope, he's like, nope, you're taking pictures. Hummingbird had just landed on the fence. Now the hummingbird comes around here. It does all kinds of things. It loves to come to the zinnias. You know, yes, it hits the marigolds. It hits the sunflowers there. Of course, you can see I've got the row of zinnias going here. Starting here with the pink, going to the yellows and the oranges. You know, you always bring the pollinators. Give them something. I got more pinks back here. I like this. I like this one. I like this color. You know, I like my light pinks. They're all poofy, but I like that color. Anyway, this sunflower is the one that was growing out of the compost pile. And I moved it back here. And it has done so much better. You know, it was just barely wire height when I moved it. So, and all the others are just, you know, doing what they do. Supervisor's checking out. She's like, yeah, you did a good job moving it, Mom. Huh. All right, let me go inside. And today's going to be a salsa day. Yeah, again, I picked all the tomatoes yesterday. You can see there's some going kind of orange, but none of them are ripe red. Same thing, I got some going light yellow, but there are none going bright yellow. Nothing's ready to pick today, which is awesome, except for the few I gave the chickens. So, go wash off the peppers, and I have salsa to make, lots and lots of salsa. I think that my first batch of salsa, I had both the reds and the yellows in my tomatoes mixed, so it came out a very light shade. I think this time around I'm going to do the reds tomatoes separate from the yellow tomatoes. So I'll have really light, super yellow salsa, light salsa, kind of light yellow red, and then red salsa. I think that's what I'm going to end up with. So, let me go get busy with my peppers. And Miss Panda and I and the chickens, we'll talk to you later.